In this video, I'm reviewing the new and improved Bose Sleepbuds 2. Coming up. Hi guys, Cliff Olson, Doctor of Audiology and founder of Applied Hearing Solutions in Phoenix, Arizona. And on this channel, I cover a bunch of hearing-related information to help make you a better informed consumer. So if you're into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to click the bell to receive a notification every time I post a new video. A little over 2 years ago, I reviewed the original Bose Sleepbuds, and I loved them because at the time, they were my best option to help with managing my tinnitus as I was trying to get to sleep at night. Not to mention, they were perfect for anybody who needed to block out sound while they're trying to sleep, like if you had a snoring spouse, if you have noisy neighbors, or if you happen to live in the city with a bunch of traffic noise. The original Sleepbuds were super soft and very comfortable to wear while sleeping. They also provided some passive noise reduction by just having something blocking your ears, and they also provided masking sounds, which is used to drown out external sounds. The problem is, Bose actually had to discontinue this product at the end of 2019 because of such bad battery issues. In fact, they even gave refunds to anybody who had the original Bose Sleepbuds. This means that every person who relied on the Sleepbuds to help manage their tinnitus and to help them get and stay asleep was basically screwed as soon as the batteries went out. The good news is, a little over a year later, Bose finally released the Sleepbuds 2 that has a bunch of fixes and improvements over the original Sleepbuds. And I'll actually have this exact version of Sleepbuds linked in the description below if you want to check them out for yourself. Of course, one of the most notable improvements of the Sleepbuds 2 is that they actually got rid of the horrifically bad silver zinc batteries that were created by Z-Power, and they went over to a more reliable battery that is made out of nickel metal hydride, and it's supposed to be more reliable even though you actually give up some battery life. Now, this new battery, which I also heard is manufactured by Z-Power, which I have not confirmed yet, is only going to give you 10 hours of battery life versus 16 hours of battery life that you would have gotten with the silver zinc batteries before they basically gave out. Now, 10 hours is about 4 hours more than what I need, but if you happen to sleep more than 10 hours a night, then this could be a problem for you. Not to mention, if you like to use them throughout the day to actually mask out sound if you tend to be working at home, then it is also something that might cut you a little short. Nickel metal hydride batteries have been used inside of hearing aids for years, and they do have relatively good reliability, but they do have a short lifespan, so we'll see how many years you actually get out of your Bose Sleepbuds before you have to buy another set. Aside from the major differences in battery technology, the concept is the same. You have a super comfortable earbud that helps to block out some external sound that also plays some masking sounds in order to drown out even more external sound, and it can even help to reduce your perception of tinnitus. The Sleepbuds 2 are still extremely comfortable inside of your ears, and they feel like these just like really soft, pillowy type texture of rubber that they use on this. I don't know what type of rubber that is, but it is super comfortable. They have a very slim profile, so even when I'm sleeping on my side or on my stomach where my head is up against the mattress, they're not uncomfortable at all. They come in small, medium, and large ear tips, so you can get a really good fit, and just like most Bose ear tips, they fit my ears really well. Bose has seemed to have fixed the squeaking issues that you would get with these when you end up rolling over on your pillow, and something about the rubber on the plastic was creating a squeaking sound. I haven't perceived that with these yet. However, I do occasionally wake up in the morning with either one or both of the Sleepbuds out of my ears on my mattress somewhere, and either they fall out on me or I end up reaching up unconsciously and pulling them out. This, of course, can be a problem if you want to use the alarm clock function of the Sleepbuds to help you wake up in the morning. The case is very similar to the original Sleepbuds as well, and I really like the case. The case actually stores 3 additional charges, which means including the original charge that you get inside of the Sleepbuds, you basically have 40 hours worth of wear time once you unplug this from the wall, and it actually has a USB-C port, which I prefer to have, and it gives you a light indicator to let you know that your devices are charging and how many charges roughly that you have left. The new Bose Sleep app, which I consider to be the brain of the Sleepbuds, has been improved significantly as well. Now, for the next minute or so, I'm going to play a sample of each of the 12 preloaded sound options that come inside of the Bose Sleepbuds app. Now, just keep in mind, the quality of the sound that is coming through the Sleepbuds themselves, I think, is significantly better than the samples I'm about to give you, and it's much more distinct when you hear them through the Sleepbuds than what you get from the samples as well. The sound library also gives you samples of sounds that you can ultimately add to your My Sounds inside of the app. Downloading these sounds takes a few minutes, but once they are added, you can find them by swiping left and right. If you downloaded them all, you would have 40 total different options. It seems as though Bose has also fixed one of the other major issues that they had with the original Sleepbuds, which is when the sound clip ends and then it starts again to play for like 8 hours. You can hear that transition in the original Sleepbuds. I can only hear the transition very, very faintly and only some of the sound options with the Sleepbuds 2. There's only a few of them that you can tell that they are repetitive, and it drives me crazy. And so just find a soundscape that you can't tell and you should be okay. In the settings of the Bose Sleep app, you can name your Sleepbuds. I choose to just name them Sleepbuds. Check your product info, which includes your firmware version and Sleepbuds serial numbers. Check your battery life and set a low battery alert for the Sleepbuds to wake you up if the batteries get too low, which I don't know why you'd want to do that, but for some people it might make sense. You can enable phone free mode, which I love because I don't like to sleep with my phone in my bedroom. This allows me to use the Sleepbuds without having them connected to my phone, although this does deactivate the alarm clock, which is a bummer if you want the Sleepbuds to wake you up at a certain time in the morning. Especially since it will be much harder for you to hear your regular alarm clock because you're blocking out the external sound with the Sleepbuds. You can switch between light mode and dark mode, which is nice. You can set a sleep timer to tell the Sleepbuds to stop playing sound after a predetermined amount of time, like if you just want it to play while you're trying to get to sleep for an hour and then shut off for the rest of the night. You can set your alerts to let your phone calls come in, but no, you cannot use the Sleepbuds to stream phone calls, nor can you use them to stream any kind of music. And the last thing you can do in the settings is check out tutorials, learn about the dangers of playing sound at too loud of a volume level, as well as the dangers of not being able to hear your surroundings while you sleep, and you can check out the owner's guide. Personally, I love the new Sleepbuds, especially because I have to sleep with a fan on at night to drown out the sound of my tinnitus in my right ear. And when I end up traveling, it's really cumbersome to actually take a fan with you when you travel. It's much more convenient just to pack them up in this, throw them in a suitcase and go. Not to mention, my fan only has one sound, that is white noise. These give me 40 different options, so if I get bored with one, or one's not really working for me on one day and I need to switch to another, I have a lot more options going with the Sleepbuds 2 than I do with just turning my fan from high to medium to low. Now, it is very apparent that Bose has taken a lot of the concerns from their original Sleepbuds and they've fixed them for the new Sleepbuds 2, but time will ultimately tell whether or not they've actually fixed the battery issue. To me, it's worth risking $250 if it means I'll be able to sleep better at night and be able to reduce the perception of my tinnitus. Besides, if there are battery issues again, I would bet that Bose would end up refunding all of the Sleepbuds 2 users just like they did with the original Sleepbuds users. So if you were a fan of the original Bose Sleepbuds, or you have difficulty falling and staying asleep at night because of external noise, or if you have tinnitus, then in my opinion, the Bose Sleepbuds 2 are a no-brainer, and I am glad to finally have them back. That's it for this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you liked the video, please share it. And if you want to see other videos just like this one, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, feel free to check out my website, drcliffaud.com.